Zachy Cohen. Today is podcast day, my friend. Happy podcast,
birthday,
Zachy. It's the big day of the week.
Happy
Happy
birthday
podcast day.
to Joshy, my best friend. He's 37.
What's
Whoa.
going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to an extremely backlogged podcast that you'll probably get in 2 months. But, you know what? No, I will upload every podcast in 2 days.
Will you?
I will do it.
Will you?
I will.
Willie?
I will.
Willie?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
hold
I'm
on.
gonna make a-
Wait,
I'm gonna make
actually, for real, will you?
I think I will. Today's May 17th. I'll promise by May 20th you will see this podcast.
Wow.
That's my commitment to you, my audience, baby.
Baby.
So, we actually, thinking about it, we haven't recorded a podcast in, like, almost a month.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking back. Like, it feels like it was like we like always record a podcast. When was the last time we recorded a podcast? We recorded a podcast about, like, a week and a half before I left Gainesville, and I've been in South Florida for, like, 2.5 weeks now, so...
I feel like it hasn't been that long.
Maybe we recorded one and I just forgot about. I don't know. But, yeah. So I've been, like, actually consciously, oh, I'm gonna, if I think of something that would be good for the podcast, instead of just being like, oh, I'll remember, and then never talking about it, I've actually been consciously writing down. So I've, like, sort of made a catalog of stuff we could talk about, which, there's a lot to talk about lately. A lot is going on. And, perhaps the biggest news of all. You ready for this?
I do. I am ready. I want to hear it.
So I was driving around today. I dropped off my sister somewhere, and I was driving back, sitting by myself, and I felt this weird feeling. And I'm like, what is this feeling? It feels really familiar. Who is this specter?
I have no idea what you're getting at, so...
You'll see. I'm building up. It was this weird feeling, and I'm like, I haven't felt this in a somewhat long time. It's this brewing, deep-seated feeling, and it's the feeling of having, like, what is it? Taking ownership of a new top-tier waifu.
Whoa! Holy shit! That is a monumentous occasion.
Yeah, I'd say, like, my only top-tier waifus are probably... I probably have 4 right now, and soon now to be 5. Probably have, like, Blake, Nico Robin, Blake Belladonna from Ruby, Nico Robin from One Piece, Nia from Gurren Lagann, and Satsuki from Kill la Kill. I'd say those are only my top tiers until now, baby.
Oh, no. Who is it?
It is the amazing, the awesome, the unbelievable Gwenpool.
Oh, well, that sucks. I thought you were gonna bring up the relevant, the new waifu that came out today.
What? What are you getting at?
Did you not see Twitter fucking lose it at this new ARMS trailer that came out today?
No, I did not. I've missed this.
Really?
I have. I was last on Twitter around, probably 4 o'clock. Did it happen after that?
Yeah, it happened, yeah, probably around 6. So you somehow missed this entire trend.
Great tweet.
What tweet?
Just found a playlist on my phone called Normal People Music with 1 track, 2 Princes by the Spin Doctors. I didn't expect to see that today. So send me a picture of this person. Maybe we'll make her, if she's good enough, we'll make her the podcast background.
She was trending on Twitter. Just her was a trending.
What's her
hashtag.
name?
I think it's Twintel.
Twintel. Oh, Twintel Arms.
Yes.
Let's see this person. She looks.
What have you
She looks
found?
pretty cool. It's a picture. It's like a diagram, and it's measuring her ass, and it says a literal perfect 90-degree ass. Yeah, she looks pretty cool. Obviously, I haven't played ARMS yet.
ARMS hasn't come
But
out yet.
this is pretty. She's a pretty sexualized character for a mainstream children's Nintendo game.
Dude, her arms are fucking like. Fuck.
This is a little. This is a little risque for a mainstream Nintendo game. I'm surprised.
I
But
love
then again,
her.
we got Breath of the Wild Zelda, so.
Was that risky?
No,
She wasn't
she was hot.
She was just hot. Like that's totally that's like on par for the course for Zelda. She wasn't.
Yeah.
This one is fucking sexy as hell. Well,
Yeah.
sorry for cursing. Sexy as heck.
Yeah. You know how much I hate cursing, Zack.
How much
Zach
you hate
Bell.
cursing?
You know
No.
how much I hate cursing.
No.
You know how much I fucking hate cursing, Zach Bell.
How much?
Anyway, back to the.
Wait, no.
topic
How
at
much?
hand. Arms
How
Girl
you
looks-
gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. You can't leave me hanging.
Well, I'm getting old, and I still do.
Well, I'm getting old and I still do. Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in Fuck Glass 2.
Really?
The eventual sequel to Fuck Glass, an amazing analysis video by Endless Jess. Go check out Fuck Glass 2. It was good, not as hyped as I thought it would be.
But I
enjoyed
think
it.
you were expecting another sort of like you were expecting what you'd get out of a main series fuck blank thing video. But Fuck
I
Glass
guess.
Fuck Glass 2 was the aftermath of Fuck Glass.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a whole another video.
That's true. Yeah. Back to Gwenpool, best girl. First of all, I don't even remember how I messaged you saying the series was being canceled.
Yeah.
I just kind of trusted Boozy because she runs a comic book store and she's like a Boozy Floozy. If you don't know who this is our dear person we follow online, Boozy Floozy.
Who's it?
Yeah. So she runs a comic book store, so I assume when she said these are the series that are going to be canceled and sent it to Jesse and Digi, and Gwen was on the list, I assume she was telling the truth. But I have seen nothing, no news articles, no nothing, no on the Marvel official website says Gwenpool is still an ongoing series with no end date. And so I guess it's not canceled. But yeah, I'm really happy that it's not because I pretty much reread all the issues because I've been going back and collecting all the issues in print, and I reread all the ones I got in print, and it's the best comic.
But it's still a comic.
It's still a comic, so it can't be good.
It cannot be art, is what I'm trying to say.
A comic, a book filled to the brim with images that are the most traditional concept of art possible, cannot be art.
Yeah, it's physically impossible for a comic to be art because it sucks. Anyway,
yeah. Enough about the love of my life. I've been in South Florida.
I thought you were
Wait,
gonna
what were you
say
gonna say?
like someone interesting for the waifu.
Hey, motherfucker! You want me to say Peridot?
Yeah, I think I might have to fight you if you say Peridot. I think we might.
Peridot's a middle average, run of the mill tier waifu. She's not a top tier
Get up.
by any stretch of the word.
Get up! I think I need to fight you.
I'm standing. I'm standing right now.
Yeah, me too. Fucking come at me.
You wanna play in arms? You wanna get some arms going on right here?
I wish arms
You wanna
came
get a
out
1-2
so we could-
switch quick draw going on here?
I think we should milk cows instead.
Alberto got a switch. I never got to play it.
How did? I mean, I guess he has a job. Fair enough.
Yeah, he has more money than any of us. But
Well, I don't know about that.
yeah, Oh yeah, you're making that big YouTube money. You
I too have
a baby,
a
buy
job.
me, baby, be a billionaire.
Have a baby, mommy, baby, be a billionaire.
I forget you get paid.
You forget I get paid. You forget that I
Because
have
all
a
of the
job.
internships I've done in the past didn't pay me. So I feel like every single topic for the rest of the podcast stems off this one broader, overarching topic that I've been in South Florida for approaching 3 weeks.
I mean, that's just your life. How's it been? So obviously I know how that feels, and obviously you know how that feels. Can you explain to the kids in the class, to everyone else in the class?
It's so hot.
Oh.
It's
like,
so hot.
Like,
my
okay.
legs, my entire legs are filled with like pink puffs, all mosquito bites, because I decided to take a walk and listen to Digi's audiobook, and oh my god. I came home, my shirt was as if it was like in a pool, a swimming pool.
That was the mistake that you made, was leaving a place which is air conditioned willingly.
Yeah. I've been driving so much, and I like driving, that's not a problem. But like, yeah, you need to drive anywhere to get anywhere in South Florida. But I've been driving to the same places. You know literally, I've been going,
like literally going anywhere other than the little shopping center near your house. You will probably die walking there.
You're probably right.
I think you will be dehydrated and dead before you get to any other meaningful place.
Yeah.
Even there, you will be dripping in sweat.
I've gone to the Boynton Mall about 3 times so far since I've been back. That Walmart like 5 times. I've gone to Goodwill like 5 times. Gone to Faith Farm twice. Gone to the Wellington Mall for the first time today. Beat Tate's a bunch of times. But yeah, you get the idea. You go to the same places over and over again. I cannot wait until I start working. Like, I cannot wait. Yeah, it's just a nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. But there is sort of a silver lining. If you will think it's not a silver lining, I will think it's a silver lining. It gives you an exorbitant amount of time to think. I have been doing nothing but thinking.
No, I
for
think
the past 3 weeks.
I definitely agree with you. I don't. Why do you think I wouldn't agree with you there?
Well, here we go. So I've been thinking about my life, about the.
Oh, all right. I know where you're going, and I do disagree with you, because okay. I think you're going into a field which is before you even say it, you're willingly subjecting yourself to tens of thousands of dollars in debt for a field that also has high unemployment. Like your chance for employment will not go up. It will stay probably about the same.
Okay. I hear your points. I understand, but okay,
you're just gonna be in the same position and tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and it's also really hard, and there's way too many people that have done it.
Wow. I'm gonna continue.
All right, continue.
So I have been doing a lot of thinking about what I want to do in my life. And for the first conclusion was that, obviously, my number one thing is writing books. I've talked about that 50 million times. But my conclusion was that there is no solid career path that interests me. But then I got thinking things that I like. I like writing. I like history. I like politics. And I like international affairs. And I decided I'm going to go to law school. I'm going to do it. I already started studying for the LSAT. I'm going to go to law school, and I'm going to become an international lawyer. I'm going to go into international law, and I'm going to become a cool international lawyer, and maybe a diplomat. I don't know, because that's what a lot of international lawyers do. But that I have come to the decision myself, and I've decided this is the career I want to go. First of all, they make a very good living if you can get a job, obviously. Second of all, if there's nothing I enjoy more than it, and I want to do more than it, that is probably the number one thing. Why wouldn't I just do it? And third of all, I have a lot of family that are lawyers, so if all else fails, I have a lot of connections in the legal field. So those are my justifications, and I feel like they're pretty valid. Obviously, I don't want to go to school for 3 more years, but I think it's worth it. Happy birthday to Eric. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is he gone? Did I kill him?
I am here. I just said I'm here.
What do you have to say about all this?
I don't
say for yourself.
I don't really have anything to say.
You're that disappointed?
I mean, I it's your life, but like I'm
very disappointed in you, son.
I'm not disappointed.
You're like the literal opposite of every Jewish parent ever.
It's okay, so it's not that I'm disappointed, I just don't love you.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see where this plot thread
we'll see
goes.
how this path goes. If I fail the LSAT, I'm not going. But I did my first practice test ever, and I did good on without even knowing what type of questions were on the test. So I'll probably do well if I practice a lot. Like I'm sure I'll be fine. So Japan's economy is growing, but don't call it a hot streak, says New York Times.
Robbie, are you just reading off the Economist? What is this audiobook called? It's called The Economist.
I'm guessing Jake and Amir, based on the nature of the jokes.
No, it was similar style as a Wham City comedy, in which it is a skit that I cannot refer to because I don't think it's ever hosted online. But Robbie tries to promote his album in the middle of the show, and it's just like him.
Robbie's the dad from
Robbie
this
is
house has people in it, right?
Yes. So
okay.
And his album is just he's like no, it's an album. He plays it and it's just him like reading off The Economist. And then the other dude's like, Bobby's like, or no, what was his name? I don't even remember. He's like this isn't even music. And then Bobby's like, no, it is music. And like he like stops talking and one note plays, and then he goes back to talking. It's great. It was a great skit.
That sounds like a funny skit. So yeah. Also, a lot of thinking in ways you might approve of more. So I got like 4 hours of sleep total last night because I pretty much spent the entire evening and night working on my book series. It's called Light Novel, the book. No,
it's called Light Novel, the book.
Yes. No, but so I've been working on this series for a while, in the planning stages, because it's a very complicated story with a lot of different characters and a lot of different facets, and it's one of those series with there's a lot of events, important plot events that take place before the story begins. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's more like a story that takes place in the aftermath of a story. And so I've been doing a lot of planning, and it gets to the point where you have to end up writing so much lore because of that nature of the story that it takes a while. But recently finished pretty much writing the entire lore of this entire saga that I'm working on, and I finally begun the actual good and gritty book writing, and I've gotten confidently to the point where I have enough of a detailed outline down to like specific scenes, and enough of a drive and enough of time to where I will probably finish a rough draft of the first book in this series by the end of the summer.
Wow.
And yeah, it's coming along swimmingly.
Good to hear.
It's great. Yeah. So I was writing a lot at the Grind yesterday, which is the coffee shop in Delaware Marketplace. It's great. And I felt so bad for this woman who was working there, because she was the only person working in this entire place.
Oh.
The Grind serves a lot of food too, so there's a whole back kitchen. There is not a single person in the kitchen.
Wait, hold on. Where's the kitchen?
It's behind the there's the swing doors, and then you go back there and there's the kitchen. So they serve they serve like sandwiches.
It's like
they serve sandwiches, desserts.
It's like back by the bathrooms.
No, it's behind the counter. There's like swing doors.
I don't remember there being a door there.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's this poor woman. Like, she has to take orders, make all the drinks, make all the food, make sure none of the food goes burning or anything, make sure all the coffee's being brewed and everything, and do everything in the entire shop. And so I walk in. This guy in front of me, he walks out. He got fed and walked out, and then literally a second later the woman came out of the way, so it wasn't like he missed out. But yeah, she's like, oh, what are they? I'm like, yeah, I understand. I completely understand. I ordered. I gave her a good tip and everything, and later in the night, these two girls. They're probably like 16, 17 maybe, but they walk in. You could tell what kind of people they are. They're like these snobby, like 16-year-old girls, and they come in. They're giggling to themselves. I don't care.
Oh my god! Can I have a venti frappuccino?
Yeah, you got it. So the woman was busy doing something, so she was in and out of the kitchen and everything, and she said, I'll be with you right in a minute, and then she was like, and it was taking a couple of minutes, because she was doing everything in the entire store, and this girl was like, excuse me, does anyone actually work here? And I'm like, fucking kill me.
You should have, like, what do you have to lose? You should have, like, beat up a 14-year-old. That would have been hilarious.
But yeah, and then finally she came out, and like she took the order and everything, and they're like, oh, God, and they were like obnoxious. And then these two guys came in, and they were fine. They weren't saying anything. They were talking amongst themselves. They were waiting, and I guess the woman working there was in the kitchen at the time. So they asked the two girls. They're like, "Have you seen the girl?" And she's like, "She's probably in the kitchen." Or whatever. The guy climbs over the counter. So you can see this. He climbs over the counter, goes back, and knocks on the kitchen door. And the woman, I was like, this poor woman. What a night for her. And I gave her a big tip, and I thanked her a lot, and I left after it was when it was closing time. And then my car wouldn't start. Well, it wasn't my car; it was my grandparents' car.
So I wanna continue on the topic of having more time to think, spending more time with your brain than you should.
It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, like
keep doing things so you never have time to think.
that is the.
And then you won't get depressed.
That is why people work and never stop. It's because once you get alone with your brain, it turns on you. You start hating everything.
Yeah. That's why I need to get a job and I need to get a job fast. I know I'm probably starting an LSAT class soon, which is like 2 nights a week, so it's nowhere near enough. And I've sort of halted the internship search because I wasn't really getting much, and I'm looking more towards standard jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been in that department right now. I have some leads, but no bites yet. But I'm guessing within the next couple of weeks I'm gonna start working. So I'm ready, and I'm looking forward to it because I need something to do so I don't lose my mind. So I don't reevaluate my career path choice.
But you've already done it. The damage has already been done. I don't.
No, now I'm in a good place. Now I'm in a place that will make me money. So I shouldn't think anymore.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
But yeah. Thinking sucks. Don't come back home to South Florida.
Just imagine me as like the thinking emoji right now. You know the thinking emoji.
Yeah. My dad found like a stack of my old like middle and high school posters in his closet, and I've been hanging them all back up. So my room is literally the most middle and high school it's ever been. Like all my Kagura project posters are up. Got all of my like Zen Garden and like stuff from all the super cons just all plastered around my walls. And my bed's back to the way it was when I was in middle school and early high school. So it's like I'm literally just losing my mind. You could feel that. I sent you a good picture today.
Which
that
one?
Represents that feeling. The
Send me a lot.
Enthusiasm one.
Oh. Larry, how's it going? I've ruined my life.
Jeff walks in the room. He's like, "Hey, Larry, how's it go?" No, he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then Larry's lying in bed. He's like, "I've ruined my life."
I will do the same.
I feel like that's pretty realistic of you messaging me from your job and time in New York City back to me in Florida.
I feel like that's the same thing. Anytime anyone asks me how it's going, I say I'm dying, which is technically not wrong, but it's just how I feel all the time. You can personally attest to that.
I can definitely we're all dying. That's not a question. It's the thing. It's like this feeling. The worst is when you keep thinking to the point where you're like, you think to the end. If you know what I mean, like you think you're like the whole timeline is in your head, and you think to the end and you're like, shit. Like, I've hit death. Like I can't go any farther. Like, God, something needs to happen. And I'm hoping finishing this first book, and continuing on in this series until it's eventually done, will be that thing that happens for me, because it's great. You, on the other hand, have a prominent YouTube career. You're living in a hotel.
I'm living in a hotel. That part still gets it. Like, the novelty kind of hasn't worn out. Every time I'm like, hey, I live in a hotel. Like, I'm living the sweet life.
So you're coming back in like mid-June, right? To Florida. It's like a month.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're gonna be here for like a week or two. Then you're going back, and then you're coming back down for a week or two.
Yeah.
Okay. In this is week 2. We are gonna be content producing machines.
We will never stop.
We will literally meet up probably every day I can. If I'm working, obviously it gets a little harder, but every day I can, and we'll produce as much content as humanly possible. AKA, we'll sit around and produce maybe 2 videos
and just fuck around the rest of the time and go to Sweet Tomatoes and eat IHOP.
Yes. I've gone to Flakowitz twice since I've been back because of the breakfast deal. You can't beat it. You can't.
Oh, it's such a good deal.
Except today it was so crowded with complaining elderly people.
As Flakowitz is.
It was saturated. Like, it was insane. Everyone was complaining. It was great. I had so much black coffee. I probably almost overdosed. Yeah, Flakowitz is the best. Guy. There's a Guy Fieri episode.
Guy Fieri? Wait, really? Is that why he's on the wall?
Oh, Flakowitz. Yeah, I have it in my watch later. I haven't watched it yet. But apparently he likes it.
Because it's a great place.
But yeah, and it's great. I've gone to Sweet Tomatoes once since I've been back. I tried. They had this new pasta. It was a nacho pasta, and it was tortellini with nacho cheese, olives, tomatoes, and yeah, it was good. It was pretty good. It was okay.
I wanted to loop around back to that point of being stuck with your own mind. I was stuck with my own mind for like 2 weeks, and I lost it. It was.
Which 2 weeks?
That was the time in which I finished my coursework, and I was on university campus and hadn't come home yet. That was like when I was starting my YouTube channel, and it was also when I was like, I first listened to Crystal Ball, and that my life kind of fell apart for a little while. It was a really great experience looking back on it, because like I was left alone with my brain for so long that I ended up wandering the streets of Boston in the middle of the night, crying, listening to.
Are you
Crystal
a lunacentric
Ball.
lunatic?
I am. Yeah, I was actually. Right, that was exactly. I found a cat.
I think I like lunatic more than I do Crystal Ball.
Really?
I just kind of relate to it.
Lunatic is.
I have like this connection to lunatic.
Lunatic is really good, but it's nowhere near Crystal Ball.
Yeah. I think the worst part of it is when you get like low hair. There's always this feeling of constant guilt, like you're doing something wrong, even when you're not. Do you get that?
It goes away once you've been out of school for a little while.
It's just like this lump in your chest.
Yeah, because
it's I'm doing something really wrong right now. But there's nothing you're doing. It's impossible.
You know the feeling.
There's nothing.
You know what it
wrong.
is? It's the feeling of I'm forgetting work I need to do.
But you don't have work.
But you don't have work to. Oh God, I don't. That is the worst feeling. That is like the worst.
Because you can't enjoy anything. You just kind of sit there. And you're like.
Ugh. Yeah, but, it just ruins everything, because you like. It's always like there is something I need to do in the back of my mind, and yet there's nothing. There's nothing that can satisfy it. That's what drove me crazy.
It always hits me towards the end of my thrifting sessions. Like, I'll start off the thrifting session feeling really good, because I usually start off with like a coffee. I feel like really good, on top of the world, having a great time. And then I always end at Goodwill. That's always the path it takes, usually. I end at that Goodwill behind the movie theater. You know what I'm talking about. And by the time you get there...
That Goodwill does not have good vibes. I'm going to be honest.
By the time you get there, it's getting toward later in the day. You spend money that you don't even have money, but you spent money. And you're just kind of like... then it hits, like, that feeling. It just gets off you, you're like, you're wasting your life. You did all that. We probably sound fucking insane. Like, we should probably be in an asylum talking on this podcast today. Like we're probably relatable to absolutely no one.
This is a feeling that either everyone has experienced or everyone will experience. At some point, you will be left alone with your mind, and it will not go well.
It's but hey, it had a positive result. I've decided on a career path finally.
Fair enough.
And yeah, hopefully I'm going on 2 days of this decision. Hopefully it doesn't change. Yeah.
Just got to keep yourself occupied so you can never think about it.
Yeah, I just got to keep on doing shit. Yeah. Maybe I got a lot of vlogs to edit. I can't upload any vlogs yet. Season 4 has been going for it'll probably be 2 weeks. 2 weeks as of Friday. It'll be...
I still don't have the audio, and...
Has Alberto really not send you the audio?
Alberto is not...
I was supposed to call... Oh my god, I pulled Alberto today. Because Alberto called me when I couldn't talk to him. So I said I'll call you back in a minute, and I haven't called him back. I pulled Alberto.
Now he knows how you feel.
You see, I feel guilty right now about it, but then I realize, this is perfect. I'm in the perfect situation, because now he understands how I feel.
Unless he just
probably has no memory he even called.
Alberto's not I'm just gonna copy and paste the same message.
After this podcast, I'll call him back, or I'll make him join this call.
Okay, I just
after the podcast is over.
I asked him for the audio 8 days ago, and I just copy and pasted the message again.
That's pretty funny.
I'll do it again in another 8 days if he doesn't respond.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I kind of have this, thing. This goes along with the losing your mind thing. It's it always settles in during the summers I'm here. It's not as prominent when I'm away. It's always settles in, while I'm in South Florida, because there's nothing else to do. Is it this addiction to shopping? Is there a word for addiction to shopping?
Shopaholic?
Yeah, it's you become a shopaholic.
Man, now I know how my mom feels.
Yeah, but it's you know what I mean? Now that I'm in South Florida, and there's nothing else to do but eat and shop, I become a shopaholic. I'm constantly buying stupid shit. I bought the other day probably one of the worst purchases I ever made. I paid $4 for a Steven Universe blind box at Walgreens, and it's the most shitty, ugly, crappy, low quality figure I've ever seen. I got Garnet, so at least I got a good character. But I'm just I spent $4 on this. Why did I buy this?
No one listening to this that hasn't lived in South Florida will understand the feeling of just being stuck there.
Yeah, it's just I can't wait till I get a job. I can't wait, because then I won't feel bad at buying things. I will have something to keep my mind occupied. It's literally, it can't go wrong. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the day I start working. It's gonna be a fun time. In the free time I've had, I am rapidly approaching the end of Seinfeld. I have less than 10 episodes to go. I was gonna do it in one sitting, but I fell asleep. I have I think 8 or 7 episodes to go of the entire show.
That sucks.
It does suck, because it's it's the best show ever. It's my favorite. I've never it's the most I've ever related to a show. It's my favorite show, and I'm gonna get to the end of it, and it's gonna be terrible because I want more episodes.
New face filters on Instagram today.
Thank you, Zark Fuckerberg.
What are you watching? What are you doing? We're in the middle of a show.
My favorite one so far. Nice job, team.
I'm watching Mark Zuckerberg talk into a camera. God, fucking.
I would say goodnight and end it if there wasn't
we got more.
So much more to talk about.
You know what? Hey, good night. The podcast isn't over though.
Yeah, good night.
I just wanted to wish you a good night.
Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We're continuing on. Enough already. I'm done with the meme. I'm done supporting this kid. I'm done giving him all my love. Lights Camera Jackson fucking sucks. Hear me out. He was my favorite thing ever for 2 weeks. I was obsessed with him. I idolized him. I adored him. He's the worst. He is absolute scum. And it's just all of his opinions are so, like, I hate to say this, they're wrong. Like, everything he says about movies is just so baseless and so incorrect. Like, he'll say, like, this aspect of a film that was bad, even if it was good. And obviously he's entitled to his opinion, but he's a fucking kid critic. Oh my god, he annoys me. He's constantly posting these updates. He's constantly posting these obnoxious updates as like they're like these
in honor of
Instagram.
seeing.
They're like these Instagram stories. Like they're Instagram stories, and you could take a still picture and make it a story, but no, it's like this staticky thing of him filming the counter, him filming his desk. And it's just like there's like wood in front, but it's like it's clearly moving, and it'll just be an update about like some like mainstream TV show, not even film. It'll be like update like American Idol getting reunited. Ryan Seacrest is on this show at this time, or like, and I'm like, I'm gonna unfollow
you know what?
him. I'm ready.
The thing that makes me the most upset is seeing him meet actual people as if he matters.
He owns the fucking world. Like, he met today. This was the nail in the coffin. He met Maisie Williams today. One of my favorite actresses.
My favorite RuneScape player.
Yeah, he met her there. It's like, who is he? If anyone deserves to meet Maisie Williams, it's me. Like. I've written so much Game of Thrones reviews, analysis, theories. I've done so much for this community. And what has he done? He's done nothing. He probably hasn't even seen Game of Thrones. Lights, camera, Jackson.
You know what? He probably likes Game of Thrones. That fucking idiot.
You know what?
You know I'm right.
The kid critic, in honor of Sing coming out of DVD. Here's a little song. Fuck you, Lights, Camera, Jackson. Fuck you. That's my Lights, Camera, Jackson rant. I've been building that up. You enjoying your Vocaloid music? Is this like a Lights, Camera, Jackson Vocaloid MV?
Yes, thank you for that short childhood blues break. The song that inspired the greatest English song, second greatest English song ever created. This feeling is a cliche. That was that. That was what that was. That was the thing. That was the thing. That was it. It did that. That.
I just thought of I was thinking of a joke as you were saying that, and I forgot it immediately.
Something about childhood blues?
It must have had to do with Lights, Camera, Jackson, but I can't remember now. Connecting Lights, Camera, Jackson to Vocaloid. No, it's gone. Oh god. Oh no! Now I know what it had nothing to do with that. It was a small news topic. A kid critic I'm falling in love with. On the opposite end, report of the week.
Kid critic, he's a fucking adult.
He's probably our age.
I think he's older than us.
Running on empty food reviews. Report of the week.
Well, no, okay, okay. Do you know what running on empty means?
It means you don't have any gas in your car.
I mean, do you know what that means in terms of his channel?
He's in his car, doing food reviews when he's hungry.
So running on empty is the name of the food review series. Anything where he's not reviewing food is not running on empty. He is reported. I know that. He is not running on empty.
Yeah, he is report of the week. Running on empty food reviews is the food review show.
But there's also
Energy Crisis,
and the unnamed drink one, where he just doesn't say a name.
He has been inducted on my favorite channels bar on my channel. He is amazing. He makes the exact content I like to see. He's up there for me in the high ranks with people like Mega64, Endless Jess, Steven Vlog, Digibro. They're all up there. Report of the Week sitting right next to him in his nice suit, his nice gel back hair, very professional manner, very good demeanor. He is what everything that Lights Camera Jackson strives to be, and more. Like,
does Lights Camera Jackson
trying
strive
to be this like
anything?
professionalized kid character, running on empty, perfects
Running
it
on
and
Empty's
doesn't
not a
even
kid.
try. He doesn't even have to try to perfect it. He's that good, and he's the perfect YouTube channel. And I give him 10 out of 10. I've been watching so many of his videos. He's great. There was this one video, I think it was like a Nothing Interrupts review bra or something, and it's like cut to this scene of like this like huge mass shooting happening outside a fast food restaurant. It cuts back to him sitting in his car looking out the window, and then he cuts back. He's like, he continues to review as these bullets are flying in the background.
Wait, what the
And
fuck?
it's edited for it's like a scene from a movie. Like mashed together with Running on Empty review, but like it's done perfectly where you hear the action going on from the movie like muffled, and he's just looking out his window. And it cuts back to the review, and I'm like, this is the funniest thing.
I love his sense of humor is so funny and so dry.
Yeah,
like,
it's such a dry but like solid, like hilarious sense of humor. It's perfect.
It's like Smash Bros, where every line is something funny.
Yeah. And then, like, it's great because now I realize, like, Mega64 are huge fans of it, too. Every time Rocco tries a food or films anyone else trying a food, he says, going in now. Which is a report of the
week-ism.
Yeah. Sonic pancake on a stick, going in. And I have my own in the Kosher Critic. I filmed like 20 episodes of this show. Only 4 are up on my channel, so you don't know my isms yet. But I say bottoms up for everything I drink. This is predominantly a drink review show at this point. Like, I reviewed a couple of foods, but it's so much easier to just get a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, the past like 10 reviews have been in my car, so I guess I'm becoming him.
You are the...
3 of them have been in a suit.
You're the vlog of the week.
Various job interviews. I'm vlog of the week. Vlog's been going strong. Kosher Critic's been going strong.
God.
I'm at the height of my creative endeavor.
The intro looks so good so far, and I...
You just need the audio.
It's also not done, but like...
Okay.
There's still a bunch to go, but the stuff that I've done looks really cool.
Once it's done and you send it to me, you're gonna see like a bunch of vlogs like coming out. Like I'm gonna be pumping them out because I have like 2 weeks worth of vlogs. I haven't edited them yet, but it's not gonna take too long. They're very short because nothing happens. The ones where I was with Alberto are pretty lengthy. Like the ones where Alberto and Jen were down are pretty lengthy. But after they left, they've been like really short vlogs.
A tweet just came up on my timeline that says, Five Guys beats In-N-Out for best burger. I am eating a Five Guys burger right now, right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is it the best burger?
Mm-hmm. It fucking is. It fucking is.
I feel like a burger that isn't like thick and juicy can't be a best burger to me. Like
it is.
I don't understand how like.
It is thick and juicy.
Isn't Five Guys like flat patties?
There's 2 of them.
That's true. They're good though. They're well seasoned.
Oh god. I love everything about Five Guys except the price.
Shouts out to this Twitter bot. How much is it, by the way?
This with fries came out to like $12.
Oh shit.
Which is expensive.
Yeah, that's more than I'm willing to pay for a regular.
Without fries, it's like $8, which is good.
Yeah,
I'll take that. That's a lot of food.
So, the Smash Bros bot is like one of my all-time favorite Twitter accounts. Like it keeps me going in a way. Like every time I see like a Smash Bros bot tweet, I get like, you know what I mean? It's like a little like
yeah.
It's a little like kind of like, yeah, this is awesome. This is gonna keep me going. I love this so much. And it's always buried in between like a bunch of like all this Trump news shit and like all this political conspiracy shit going on right now in our country. And it's always buried in the middle of that. You'll always see like like I'll be looking at like stuff about Comey and stuff, and all of a sudden I'll see how you pop a nooch like that. It's insane. And I'm
So,
like,
all right, couple things about that. Unfortunately, like obviously, Mr. Robert L. Scribner is a genius. The creator of the Smash Bros. And the portrayer of Jim Jam Flim Flam and Down Smash Abbey.
Jim Jam Flim Flam.
His Twitter is just nothing but politics. It's just constant politics all day. I had to unfollow him.
He has a normal Twitter.
Yes, RL Scribner.
I only follow the Jim Jam Flim
Don't
Flam
follow
account.
it. It's not funny. It's not entertaining.
It's just all politics.
Smash Bro.
I don't need more
Jim
politics.
Jam Flim Flam.
I read the news.
You know, I unfollowed anything that ever, like, if someone put politics up on my feed, I unfollowed them. I don't.
Yeah, you see, I don't follow any like people giving their opinion. No, I am sick and fucking tired of a new genre of disgusting degenerates that's been forming on the internet. These are the Trump hating moms.
Trump hating moms.
Some people have some big champions for the Trump hating moms are Tara Strong. She's probably one of the biggest candidates. I'm close to unfollowing Tara Strong on Twitter. I think she tweets more about Trump than her voice acting career now.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna go out there and say, I hate people who are opposed to Trump. I also I also hate people who are in favor of Trump. If you post about either of those on social media, fuck you. You're fucking dead to me. I hate you.
We all have our own political opinions. Everyone has their own political opinions.
Nobody cares about anyone else's.
Don't be a. You see, I share my political opinions sometimes on Twitter, but I'd say I'm pretty good about being moderate about it. Like, I'm pretty good about being like, I don't post a lot of political opinions. I try to blend it in with other content. I try to retweet funny stuff, things I find funny. I do throw in a few political things here and there, but I try to like maintain a balance to my Twitter account. And I think that's fair. Don't saturate your Twitter account, especially when you're not even in a field remotely related to politics, with political stuff. And not just Tara Strong. I feel like I'm picking on her. You got J.K. Rowling's probably the real champion, but Tara Strong's the one that
J.K.
is
Rowling.
more prolific.
Going off the fucking deep end.
Something that really disappointed me, and something I didn't expect, is Dan Harmon is a Trump hating mom Twitter.
Dan Harmon,
and it's not ironic. He goes to protests and stuff. Like,
wow.
All of his tweets are about how bad the Trump administration is, and I'm like, really? I'm like, Dan Harmon. First of all, fuck off, J.K. Rowling. You're British.
You're right.
You're British. You don't even live in the U.S. This doesn't affect you at all. Like, God.
Thankfully, the like heavily
This is why I'm so happy this Smash Bros bot Twitter account came about. This is why I'm so happy, because it's like the perfect balance. It's the perfect Twitter account. Like you got classics. Like,
you ever heard of FAIR? It stands for fucking air. I said, why don't you fucking forward air at the fair? Whoa!
Oh my god.
Or one time we drove 1,000 miles just to attend a Final Fantasy VII tournament in a dirty New York alley. And in fact, by definition, it wasn't even a tournament. What was MLG running? What was MLG running? Mario Party, NBA 2K, RuneScape.
So expect to see a lot of my tweets are retweets of this. There was me, Danny Bonanucci, Buenos Nuches, Nooch Magooch, and Marty.
Oh, I need to go in for a young rewatch of Smash Bros soon.
I've rewatched Smash Bros so many times I can't do it.
I've done it more than you. I will do it again.
Yeah. Smash Bros is probably the biggest turnaround Which I would say it's one of the biggest. No, I'd say the biggest turnaround was Gurren Lagann, where I was close to dropping it, and is now my favorite piece of media.
Close to dropping Gurren Lagann. What the fuck's wrong with you?
It was like I was in this slump where I just didn't get the show. I guess I was kind of just like, this is boring. It's just mechs fighting and everything, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. Because now, like at first, I'm always like, at first I was like, the second half of Gurren Lagann is far superior to the first, and that might be really true. But the first half is like the best thing ever too. In fact, the two. I hate putting it in halves. It's one story. It is one story. We're not, why are we talking about Gurren Lagann? Smash Bros.
How do you pop a
Bros
nooch like that? It's insane. Nooch. What's a nooch? Let's go to the Smash Dictionary.
What's a start stall?
What's a start stall? I love the fucking like the background behind that joke. Like the amount of thought that was put into every joke in the Smash Bros is so much more than anyone got out of it, and that's what makes it so good.
This is what I hope like our future projects gonna be like. I'm not gonna disclose like what they are, but this is what I hope like our future projects turn into.
Definitely.
Probably not gonna get to that level and caliber, but it's a big I'd say the Smash Bros is probably my biggest inspiration right now for my visual content, not my written content, if you know what I mean. Like,
Smash Bros is just the only thing that went into it is like them filming in like a bumfuck nowhere town, and passion. Like that's all that went into making Smash Bros.
We gotta do it.
That's right. We're at a basketball court. This is my condo. Very spacious, am I right? It's Katy Perry.
Speaking of passion
she's a
projects.
California girl, if you know what I'm saying.
Smash Bros. Anyway, I'm not even gonna try to transition this. I've been listening to Digi's audiobook about halfway done,
good.
And something that I immediately, like, it took a little bit to notice. I can't say it's immediate, but it's sort of like I fully realized this is Digi calls himself the otaku gonzo journalist, and I have to say this book. What's the full exact title?
I wrote this. I wrote this light novel in like a day. It sucks and I hate it, but if it gets an anime adaptation, I'll pretend it was a work of genius.
Yes.
This book
is probably the most reflective of his title, and the best way I can say it's I feel like I'm reading or listening to an audiobook of a Hunter S. Thompson book. It has the same consistency and train of like thought, style, and it's the exact same style as a Hunter S. Thompson book.
I feel like
except if Hunter S. Thompson were an otaku.
Like if he thinned out the complaining about, or like the talking about the meta stuff, like it would be essentially the perfect book. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's genius already, but yes,
it's great, and it has like I said, it's the exact same style and flow and consistency of a Hunter S. Thompson book. So if you really like this book, you'll love Hunter S. Thompson. Obviously, Hunter S. Thompson isn't writing about otaku stuff. He's writing about.
But does he go on like weird tangents and start other stories that abruptly end?
Yeah, he spent like in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He spent like I think like 5 to 10 pages on this hypothetical narrative, and then it just immediately cuts back to the scene before. Like, oh, but that's not going to happen, and then it cuts back to the scene before.
Shit, I should read that book.
He's great. He's much more unhinged than Digi is. Like, it's probably the drugs. But,
yeah.
I feel like if Digi was constantly on every kind of drug imaginable at the same time, he'd also kind of be like that too.
Like Digi's is just unhinged in such a Digi way. I was like,
so after
I was like almost in tears when because I wasn't actually reading the text. I was just listening to the audio.
Oh yeah, I'm just listening to the audio too. Yeah, I didn't know there was text to read.
After that is Fag Hag Grab Ass, the crass bass of Mount Sass. She's a bass, a fish person. She's oily. the reveal of that her name isn't just this stupid like rhyming thing. Is that she's actually a fucking bass. She's a fish person. She slips around like a.
I'm just imagining like an overweight Undine. This is all I can imagine.
I imagined a literal like fish head on sexy legs.
I can see that too.
She slips around like a greased up whore, which she literally is. She actually technically wins the show in the first episode. I was also Mike Pence and Lolly Gonzalez.
Mike Pence is a great character.
I was crying at Lolly Gonzalez's name.
The Quentin Tarantino thing. It's like Quentin Tarantino.
He runs
to school. Is a Japanese middle schooler. He runs to school with a toast in his mouth, even though he's literally a 50-year-old American man.
What was like someone's life was backwards? Like they ran home from school with toast in their mouth.
Yeah, there's so many like little things in this book that I've already like forgot about half of them probably, and I'm only halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
He'll like bring up ones he talked about earlier on, and I'm like, oh yeah, that story.
Yeah, that's the best part. You kind of like, there's some really great illustrations of stuff in this book.
I haven't seen any of them.
There's
yet.
one that has it has those 4 characters that it starts off with.
The harem.
Fuckwit Best Girl, Boobs Magoo, Lolly Gonzalez, Fag Hag Grab Ass. Fuckwit Best Girl. Was the main character's name?
It's
literally who gives a
amazing.
fuck. Oh, Yuji every lead. See, if he like. I don't know. These story premises are hilarious. Wait until you get to the part where he just starts taking requests from Twitter. It gets crazy.
I haven't gotten to that yet. I love how he adds the fact that he's trying to get to write this so he can get to Wawa before it closes into the story. Like, it's such a Hunter S. Thompson thing to do. Like, I think the main signature, one of the signature things of Hunter S. Thompson that I've noticed is how like it gets confusing sometimes because how much he blends him literally sitting down and writing this book with the stuff that he's writing about. Do you sort of understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
like one, you don't know when he stops talking about the thing he's writing about and when he starts talking about him sitting there.
If Digi blended those two together, it would be, oh my god, it would be so good.
He did. That's what this audio.
But it was so clear cut when he went out of it and he got back to his life.
Yeah, that's true. Hunter S. Thompson, it's not clear cut at all. You'd be like, wait, what the
did you get to the Philippines chapter yet? That's my favorite. It's not even funny. It's just a great chapter.
Yeah. What chapter am I on now? I don't even remember. Shit. I like his his hypothetical books actually sound really good. Like the one with that like trans magical boy or girl.
Oh, Salome, Wishgiver Salome. God,
yeah, that and the one with the businesswoman and stuff. They all sound like really good. Like.
He's a fucking genius. Why is he sometimes?
Why is he doing anime analysis? The lowest form of art.
You know how I think I aspire to be Digi.
I'm joking.
You
don't.
But I kind of look up to this idea, even though I don't wanna like have his view of the world, but I want to I want to have his like prosperity or whatever. I don't even remember what's the word, but yeah, pro whatever that word is. I want to have a lot of stuff like he does, and I've never come up with a story like anywhere near any of the things that he's come up with, and I am not that far behind him. By this age, he came up with a fuck ton. Right, he already had like aspirations of doing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. You see, I have the literal opposite. Like, as opposite as you could possibly get, to the point where I have so many separate stories that I just have to like I have to like write down pages of notes for each. Like right now I'm working on a large scale, heavily lore based like series, and I'm also in my mind having a lot of ideas for a short story collection. It's like separate short stories about this character, and I'm gonna explain the premise of this, the base premise. He's like pretty much based off of like Van Helsing. It's this guy. He's like a vampire hunter in the 1800s and everything. And some Samurai Jack shit happens, and he ends up in modern day. Like he ends up in our time at like a typical American college, like very simple. Like it's based off of UF. The school is gonna be, and it's just him like trying to do his job while like accidentally getting involved with like different types of college people. Like it sounds pretty stupid when I explain it actually, but it's awesome when it's gonna be awesome.
Wait, hold on. What was his original thing? Sorry.
He's like a generic 1800s vampire hunter, like Van Helsing kind of.
Okay, and he has to come and deal with college students trying to find a vampire on campus, or something.
Yeah, he gets Samurai Jacked into our time.
Okay, so and people just think he's like a crazy college dude.
Yeah, people just don't understand. Like they think he's just a crazy college dude. He's actually like a legitimate like
this
guy.
I feel like I can help write something like this, like, but I literally could not do any of the part leading up to this. But I think like I could help with the story now. I just can't do the idea.
Yeah.
Like how do you come up with this stuff?
In all honesty, it's like most of my stories start with a basic dream. And what happens is I'll have a dream. It's so far different from what the story ends up being, but I have a dream and I wake up and I remember it and I can't stop thinking about it. And then I'm like, I can develop this. And that's pretty much how like 90% of my stories happen.
I don't think I've ever gotten something from a dream like that.
Yeah. It sucks being a genius. What can I tell you? I'm a genius. Yeah, speaking of genius stuff, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Here are my thoughts. I saw it with Alberto and Jen. It was so good. It was so perfect. It would be my favorite, like, Marvel movie. It is such a perfect, like, movie. There is literally no flaws. It's everything that the first one did, but 10 times better. Like, it's just, I don't explain it. It's like okay, the first one, you've seen the first one. It establishes all the characters. It gets them together. Has a shitty villain and a shitty like plot, but the characters are what really drive it. The second one has an amazing villain, an amazing plot. It's all about character development, and all the characters become 10 times more likable. And it's
what is
like
the caveat?
it's the caveat is baby fucking Groot.
I am baby
Holy
Groot.
shit. It is everything. It is Catbug. It is Minions. It is all of that stupid ass cash grab
Josh sits
bullshit
there
in one character.
Josh, you get there and you meet baby Groot, and he's in this pot, and you press the button, and he starts dancing, and then someone reaches over and presses the button again to turn him off.
That's exactly you expressed it better than I ever could. Baby Groot is the worst thing ever. That he literally just ruins everything. He's so fucking stupid. He always does everything wrong. He never helps. He always messes up, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's so cute. It's Baby Groot. I want a Baby Groot doll. I'm like, he's the worst. God, I hate it. It's everything I hate. It's literally the most cash grab thing to get people that don't care about the story and don't care about the rest of the characters into the theater to see the cute Baby Groot. And I want to burn Baby Groot alive. I want to get that last... Because you know how Groot can regenerate as long as he has, like, one little wood chip left? And, like, you know what? I want to burn that last wood chip. I want to do it.
What is it really that bad? What is the...
You know, it's like the movie is I think it's just because the movie, everything else about the movie is so perfect.
You to find something to hate.
So it's just like this one little thing you just have to be like, why the fuck are you there? But other than that, it's like a 10 out of 10 movie. But yeah, like, and the worst. You ready for this? There were 5 after credit scenes, and they're not really after credit scenes. It's kind of just like
that's like that's not even credits. Then that's a mid roll.
It's not. It's like these like mid roll things where they'll like do a couple of credits and they'll show a scene scene. They're not like setting up other movies. They're kind of like just humor scenes. But
that's literally
great.
the worst thing I can ever think of, because everyone starts talking during the credits. Because the movie's over.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then you have to sit there and just watch through all of them. Fuck.
Yeah, but that's not the problem here. The problem is one that I want to spoil for you. Are you okay with this?
Do you think I care?
Groot, it doesn't age like a normal human. He ages pretty fast. Puberty Groot.
What the fuck?
One of the characters, I don't remember who, because I was just so mad, comes in and tells Groot to clean his room. And Groot's like, no. It starts flipping out.
Hey.
Acting like all angsty.
That sounds pretty funny.
And teenagey. And his voice is all like crackly, and like, it was almost like, you know what I mean? His voice is all crackly and everything. It's like, no, I am Groot. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm not mad about that part. That scene's great. I don't know why I was ever mad.
That sounds hilarious. I don't get what you're even possibly upset about.
I guess it's like making fun of everyone that fell in love with Baby Groot. So I love it.
That's literally the joke.
I hope we just get regular fucking Groot back in the next movie, because I'm sick of this bullshit.
Never have another
all the Baby Groot toys everywhere.
Ever again.
The Baby Groot pop figure just looks like the regular Groot pop figure.
Oh my god, it's almost like pop figures have no fucking design, and they just all look the same, disgusting.
I'm gonna get the Gwenpool. Looping back to the beginning.
Funko!
I'm gonna get
Funko! I'm going to kill you.
I'm doing everything for my wife. Final topic here. Unless you have anything else to say, I have one last topic before we
I want to talk about how my shower doesn't fucking work anymore. It's just been
Did they install low pressure shower nozzles?
What does that mean?
What's going on? There was a Seinfeld episode I just watched recently where they come in and install low pressure shower nozzles, and Jerry's like, this doesn't sound good. And it just like, they can't wash themselves because there's no pressure, water pressure.
That is exactly what I'm going through. I wish I had a low pressure valve. It's not that there is low pressure, there is no pressure. It just it's like a fucking, like, imagine a water gun just being sprayed at your head. And
you're cutting out.
Oh, am I back? Am I fine?
I can't hear your story.
Okay. So imagine a water gun pointed at your head.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
imagine you don't shoot it. You just kind of like slowly press down the trigger so it just dribbles out the top. That's it. But
That sucks.
there's no cold water.
But you don't need cold water in the shower.
It is blistering hot.
Oh God.
There is literally no cold water, so it is one pressure of hot water or nothing.
That sucks. Like, my showers in my house, that's one good thing about my house. The Wi-Fi is great, and the showers, they have the perfect pressure, both of them, and perfect temperature range. It's great. I'm sorry you have to go through that. Hello? Is he taking a shower? Are you taking a shower right now?
I don't.
Is the water pressure so low that I don't even hear it?
Yes, I'm in the shower right now. I'm not even wet.
So, speaking of showers, there's a chance I may be going to MegaCon next week.
Speaking of showers.
That's a new thing. I'll say, speaking of something connected
Wow.
to something.
Thank you for explaining the bit.
Yeah, you're welcome. I probably am. If we just talk to each other, I probably am. Because I know, like, I'm not going to have probably started work by then, but I will have guarantee of a job probably by then. And I think that's enough for, like, my dad to advance me the money to go. Tickets like $100 for the whole weekend, 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm probably gonna have to take a bus because my parents won't let me drive to Orlando to the car. Because I would be fine if it was my car, but it's my family's car.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I can't drive to Orlando. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it if I end up going. You know what's going to happen? I'm not going to be going. I'm going to be super disappointed, and I'm going to come all depressed because it's like I need things to look forward to, or else
you'll die.
But yeah. So it's Stan Lee's last con appearance. That's why I'm so motivated to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta see Stan Lee. I can't meet him. You know, I'm not gonna be able to meet him in person before he dies because of shitty autograph fees.
Fucking
But
Macy
I can go to his
Williams.
panel and see him from I could fucking go to his panel and see him from a distance.
His panel's gonna be so sad.
It's his last con. I'm gonna go to the MegaCon website right now and see what other guests. I didn't even look at any of the other guests. I just know Stan Lee. That's all I care about right now. It's gonna be fun either way. Like, I don't care if I don't go to anything. It's gonna be fun as hell. Don't need to get a hotel because Alberto lives there.
If you can get in contact with Alberto in order to secure.
Yeah. Tim Curry is gonna be there, which is pretty cool.
Tim Curry.
He's the guy from Rocky Horror. Anything could happen on Halloween.
I have not seen the Rocky Horror.
The character that is associated with Rocky Horror. I never seen Rocky Horror either, but you know the character.
You haven't seen Rocky Horror?
I haven't, no. Maybe I'll watch it and go before I go to this con. There's gonna be Drowning in Footwear.
I'm drowning in footwear.
He's gonna be there. Felicia Day's gonna be there. Wow.
Felicia Keys?
These are all like legit celebrities. The guy that plays Biff in Back to the Future. Like, these are all legit people.
All of them in charge.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's gonna be there.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson is a confirmed guest for Sunday of MegaCon.
What?
Fuck! Jenna Coleman canceled. I can't meet Clara.
No, not again.
Clara. I want to meet. I hate Clara. I want to meet her so
The companion
bad. You
fucked us
understand.
again.
What other guests?
Didn't Rose cancel too? Rose.
Yeah.
No, what the fuck is it with
the three totally spies are gonna
What?
be there.
Holy shit! Are they charging? I think
I don't know.
everyone
I'll look right
charges
now.
at that con, but like, do they really have the right to charge?
Should I get my old like taped VHS tape of Totally Spies episode?
yeah.
I taped like episodes from a Totally Spies marathon when I was like in like first grade. $20. Everyone at MegaCon I think charges $20 each. Charles Martinet's gonna be there. That's pretty cool.
Fuck you.
Danica Rockwood's gonna be there. Yeah, I don't care about the guests. I'm hyped to go. They have a whole section in the guest list for tattoo artists. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The whole schedule is up, and I don't have my tickets yet. That's how you know you're cutting it close, when the entire schedule is done and you do not have your tickets yet.
Have fun in MegaCon.
I'm not gonna end up going
I
anyway.
don't know.
It's next
Have fun at
Thursday.
ShadowCon.
A week from tomorrow. This doesn't look like ShadowCon.
Anime Expo's coming up soon.
You're
I'm not going to
to
Anime
that,
Expo, you're right.
Hopefully Digi's panel gets up. You know what's gonna happen? Digi's gonna start his normal panel. Munchie is going to destroy it, and then he's never gonna get asked
Yep.
back.
Hey guys, hey, enough.
Digi's gonna start talking. He'll be like in the middle of analysis. All of a sudden, you'll hear from like the behind the stage, enough. And all of a sudden, you'll hear like one more.
You hear, get down, you fucking niggers, and then they get kicked out permanently.
Yes. Oh man. God.
Shoutouts to Munchie, the dumbest PCP
So
member.
when's Anime Festival Orlando? Because that's probably the next con after MegaCon.
We're going to
We're going
SuperCon, right?
SuperCon's after Anime Festival Orlando. I'm going to like 3 big cons this summer, I think. Anime Festival Orlando is June 9th through 11th. That's soon. This is probably not as big, I'm guessing. However, I'm going to meet Barbara Dunkelman.
Holy shit.
I'm going to see Aaron Zuck again.
Oh yeah, boy.
To meet Barbara Dunkelman. Caitlin Glass is going to be there. Have you heard of Sana? S-A-N-A?
Sana?
I haven't
Who is
heard of
she?
them, but apparently they're a popular J-rock musician.
Sana J-Rock. I have not heard of them.
It's a guy?
Yeah, it's the dude, it looks like. He's
This picture, I'll send you
Is
this
he
picture.
Russian?
It says J-rock.
Everything I can find,
Garuka
everything...
Mesh.
This person does not look very popular. Not gonna lie. The only thing I can find is like
Not
is
gonna
Russian
lie.
social media
This is
posts.
definitely me.
Not gonna lie.
Look at this picture. You can't blame me for thinking this is a woman.
I mean I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I thought it was a woman
Okay,
too.
but I'm gonna meet Boabwa, my favorite male.
Hey, can Oh yeah, I know Bob.
I can't wait to go out there and just start spouting "Man from Boston" and see what happens.
You get kicked out.
You tell Gavin.
That British
British
fuck
They didn't deserve the achievement.
in the Minecraft,
Minecraft
video. Fucking that British fuck. Hey, when is Out of Service coming to a convention?
I don't know. Maybe they're guests at SuperCon, whose guest list I'm checking right now.
Hey, if they go to
Because we're at that.
if they
point
go
in
to
the
Anime
podcast.
Expo, I'm there with VIP passes. If they go anywhere in the US, I'm there. Even
Oh man, Baby Groot's on the SuperCon banner. Okay, we got John Barrowman for SuperCon. That's gonna be hype. Can't talk to him, of course, because of autograph fees, but You know what? We should start defying the autograph fee policy. We should go up to booths. We should pull. No, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. We're gonna get there, and you know how they have that little manager guy that's always like right before you get to them, and they're like, "What are you buying?" So they know beforehand. We're gonna be like, "Oh no, we're not buying anything." They're like, "What do you mean you're not buying it?" You know this is what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
They're like, "What do you mean you're not buying anything?" We're like, "No, we're just here to talk." They're like, "You can't just talk." He's like, "Why can't I?" It's gonna be It's gonna be a Curb Your Enthusiasm scene. So we got John Barrowman, Karen Gillan, LeVar Burton.
I wish I was LeVar Burton.
Anyone else cool? Let's see. John Delancey. Ralph Macchio. This is Jason Mewes, also known as Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Jason Mewes was at something we were at, right?
Yeah. He was in another Supercon, I think. The person that plays Diva in Overwatch.
Oh my god, Overwatch app.
Josh Grell's gonna be there, so we get him to sign Ruby. He'll be like, "Hey, don't you want my autograph?" We're like, "Yeah, we actually do this time."
Yeah.
Vic McCokebrick's gonna be back. Dana Snyder obviously back. They haven't officially announced Guy Hutchison yet. That's insane.
Maybe they couldn't get a hold of him this year. You know, he was too hot shit.
Is Guy Hutchison skipping out this time? What else does he do?
go to Sesame Land. Sesame Plays.
You know what? I'm gonna buy his book next time I meet him. I kind of want to read it.
Josh bought a fucking Sesame Place hoodie.
Any cool cosplayers? Let's see. Yeah, they haven't announced Guy Hutchison yet. That's crazy.
Do you think he's gonna? You think he's gonna?
I think he'll be. I think he'll be there. Zipper Tan is gonna be there.
The greatest guest. We will make her famous for her role in
Guy Hutchison. Oh, he's an entertainment guest.
Cool.
That's why I didn't see him. Guy Hutchison is announced. Guy Hutchison's good. Noise Complaint, is that the step?
Yeah, it is. Noise Complaints.
Noise Complaint is back at it. Dance class.
So
is ready to
glad
teach us,
Sean Chatfield is coming to SuperCon.
So that's dance class, right? Let me see if I can see Sean Chatfield in the picture. Nah, I don't think she's in the picture. No one knows what we're talking about. If you watched the SuperCon the movie too, you go, okay.
Noise Complaint Alive.
Oh, wasn't there like small anime con I wanted to go to in South Florida?
Was there? I don't know.
Anime EY. Oh no, Mini EY. Remember we wanted to open the Rick and Morty booth? We promised it on the podcast and we never did.
The what? Rick and Morty. I found Sean Chatfield's real name.
Okay, Anime EY is... What is it? Jen Vermes? We should have her as a guest on the podcast.
She's the director. She's the founder. She
is the founder of Noise. She looks so much like Shaw. You pointed it out. It's a picture of her as Cloud from Final Fantasy.
She does really look like Sean Chatfield though. Like we're not making fun of her. She legitimately looks like this dude.
We gotta get her on this podcast. We gotta get her in this show.
Put it on her Facebook wall. Put it on her Facebook wall and say, it's your birthday.
Is it time to end this podcast?
That was supposed to be the end.
Does that bring us full loop? Oh.
Put it on her Facebook wall. Put it on her Facebook wall and say, you're Sean Chatfield. Good night.